Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, we are going to be using the new Harman color film. Some of you eagle-eyed viewers may remember a few months ago when I did virtually the same thing with the Mamiya Golden Lizard, but this one is going to be a little bit different because now it officially has a name. It is Harman Azure Switch. Azure. I'm going to figure out how to say that word. Here are some of the results that I got a few months ago. And today we're going to do basically the same thing, which is load up a roll of Harman Azure into a medium format film camera. I'm going to take you guys along with me for the ride, and then we'll talk about the results after. But before we can actually shoot this film, we have to do some slight changes. So here we have the film. Just going to open it up. And then what we're going to do is take an empty film spool, and we're just gonna, boom, look at that. Now you'll know that this film is properly reversed when it says exposed right here. This film, in fact, has not been exposed. With the help of this dark bag, all of the light was kept out. Thus, this film is ready to load and to shoot, and we'll soon have our very own Harman Azure Switch results to talk about. So stay tuned for the end of the video when we review the results. Now, obviously I did test this film previously, and I thought it performed relatively okay. If that kind of like blue scale look is your thing, then good for you. It's not really for me, but I'm kind of curious to see how it behaves at night in a long exposure environment. Let's say 125-ish film. We're actually gonna move a little closer because I think something like this is probably a better looking shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna try one more shot because I'm not entirely confident. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that should be good. What I'm interested to see is how that, there's a sign that's like moving. I'm interested to see how that plays with the long exposures. I believe I've shot now 5 frames through this, but I want to grab doing 5 seconds on that one. And I'll do one more, and I think I'll do 3. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, that was the experience shooting Harman Azure in the pouring rain at night, which is just exactly what all the film photographers wanted to do with their Monday night, I'm sure. Now, a hat probably would have been a good idea, but I don't really think that far ahead. It is a little bit dreary out, is what I would say. Not quite like rainy, definitely not dismal, but I think dreary is an appropriate term for the weather. All right, so we're here right now at a park with a very noisy little dog. Got this really good shot. So we'll see how that turns out. I think that'll be kind of an interesting shot. We'll see. There's also some stuff over here I wanted to check out. So we're gonna partake in that. Something about these like wet tennis courts, or pickleball courts, I should say, that I just thought looked kind of interesting. There's, you know, there's some juice here, I think. Yeah, that actually is kind of butt ugly. But maybe if okay, maybe that's not too bad. So the hope was to take one of the low branches of that big tree, put the house in that little pocket right there. So we'll see how that turns out in the image. I kind of had focused in here, so it should be out of focus if anything, but because of how bright and ugly it is, I imagine it's probably gonna be pretty present in the backdrop. I think it should be the best we can do with what we have. This is more of a traditional shot that I feel like I've seen before, something kind of like this. It's not the most original idea of all time, but I'm not feeling particularly inspired, so I'll just have to kind of rock with it. I have, I believe, a frame left, if I did this properly, of the Harman Azure, but I think I'm going to save that for a little bit here. So we're just kind of trying to get a variety of different contexts in which to kind of suss out where and when it might be usable. Last night did some long exposure work, which I'm kind of intrigued in how it's going to pick up the differences in neon light, see? And then something like this, very overcast day versus the shots that I took a few months ago, like more harsh lighting, I would say. So you get an idea of what it looks like there. Hopefully we'll get a good idea of what it looks like here, and then at night, and then we got some skin tone photos as well. Hopefully we can see. I don't think anyone's ever like taken red scale out to be the portrait film of choice, but you know, maybe it could be a creative choice for somebody who's looking to try something new. I don't know. That's pretty much all. We'll rally up the troops and skedoodle on out of here. Well, what I have to say is that the results I received from this switched roll of Harman Phoenix 2, Harman Azure, whatever you want to call it, is simply that I am just surprised and impressed that they came out. If you are a member of the channel, a Bronco Buddy, feel free to join the channel if you want to support me. The full cut of this video gives a little bit of a detailed look into how difficult it was for me to flip the film around in the dark bag, because unfortunately not all of us are famous, popular, or pretty enough to receive the roll exclusively from Harman. We have to make our own way in this world, and for those that do that, such as myself, we end up getting really sweaty hands in a dark bag, but surprisingly no thumbprints on the emulsion. So doing something right is what I'm saying. I rated this at 125, I believe, and the daylight scenes look very similar to somebody who hasn't drank a lot of water recently, if you catch my drift there. Athletes will know what I'm talking about. There is a bit of a speckling going on, which looks very eerily similar to the backplate of the Mamiya C330. So my presumption is that that's what happened there. There was also a significant light leak, which is more likely than not my fault. But the results themselves are fine, I guess. In the shadows, decent light retention. There is a lot of halation, obviously, and there's a lot of blowout, but it's kind of hard to like point that out as a negative given the huge, drastic range of highlights to shadows. So I'm not like too upset about that. The retention isn't amazing, but you can at least see the lettering of the Hoot Market sign, so that's cool. Images I did not touch on are these indoor portraits I took of a good buddy of mine, Taylor Sanders. Check him out on YouTube. This is when he was gracing me with his Mamiya RB67 that I'm going to be testing out very soon. I mean, he looks very yellow, like the wall behind him, which was a white wall. But it's not like unusable. It's a very unique look, but you know, you're not going to be shooting weddings. Please don't shoot weddings with this film anytime soon, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of clamor for a look like this. We could be seeing the official Harman Azure rolls, and they could look amazing. They could look nothing like this. I doubt it. But who knows? This could be a completely different product, and I'm just over here on the sidelines talking my shit because somebody thought it was a good idea to burn all the bridges. But if it does look anything like this, which I suspect it will, I don't really see a whole lot of interest in this particular style. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. This could be a very popular product, but I feel like it's a bit more of a novelty thing at this point. So we'll kind of see how it goes. Very curious to see what the release price is going to be looking like. I would assume it's going to be roughly in that like $13, $11 range. Fuji 200 and Kodacolor 200 exist, and they cost a lot less than that. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to say that. That was an accident. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this display of shooting film that I totally got access to before because I'm such a cool, influential person on the internet. Maybe one day you can start your own YouTube channel, talk an egregious amount of shit, and then companies will send you stuff for free as well. So that way you don't have to get your hands all sweaty in a dark bag while you're confusedly trying to switch film around for a video that maybe 2 people will enjoy. But it's okay because one of those people is your mom, or this hypothetical situation would be your mom who enjoys watching your content. And that's what really matters at the end of the day. So Harman Phaser. Is it good? No. Should you buy some? No. Don't shoot the messenger. That's just my thought. Take it for what you will. If you like red scale film or blue scale film, yellow film, this is the stuff for you. If you like normal things, Kodacolor 200. So, thank you all for watching. Appreciate it as always. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all on the next one.